All right, I think we got this. All right, everybody, welcome to Fico's Gaming Mind. Welcome to. We're gonna have a little bit of a discussion of a couple of things. This is basically a derivative to something that I was doing on YouTube. This is sort of like a thing I want to do more often, which is we're discussing things related to gaming, and we're on the third day of 2018. And unfortunately, we have to talk about this because, I mean, this happened near the end of the year of last year, but what happened, it's a big deal. And I want to show you guys because this is incredible. Actually, that's the sad thing. It's actually not incredible at all. That's the problem. And apparently, this is what happened. This is the thing that I made a video. I made two videos actually about this when I was loading up on YouTube. And here it is. It's finally happened. Somebody got swatted and now they're dead. Congratulations. It's happened. It's terrible. It's absolutely awful. And yeah, this is absolutely incredible. So we're gonna go over the article here because this is incredible to me. It's like um this dude they discuss a little bit about um this dude apparently his name Tyler Barris that called on multiple bomb threats to the Glendale offices promoting mass evacuations. Barris was charged and eventually convicted in connection with the host. One of several high-profile incidents at the time was focused attention on the act of the crank call known as swatting. Now Barris identifies accused of a much more serious hoax. He was arrested in South Los Angeles on Friday for his suspected role in a deadly prank in Kansas. Barris allegedly made a hoax call that resulted in the police shooting of Andrew Finch. According to police and family members of the victim, Finch, 28, was killed after officers descended outside his Wichita office after getting a 911 call about shooting at the residence. And apparently, they called in to report of a shooting and kidnapping. Police had not disclosed the name of the man who was killed Thursday evening, but relatives identified him as Finch. Police played audio of the 911 for reporters. A man said his father had been shot in the head. He said he was holding his mother and assembling at gunpoint. The caller, speaking with relative calm, said he poured gasoline inside his home and he might just set it on fire. And then they arrived, surrounded the home. And when Finch went to the door, police told him to put his hands up slowly, but Livingston said the man moved the hand towards the area of his waistband. Officer, fearing for the man, was reaching for a gun, fired a single shot. Finch died later at a local hospital. And there you go. The rest of it is just talking about what he had been involved in the past before. So there you go. A guy called in a fake request, and there you go. For those of you who don't know what swatting is, I'm assuming that you guys know what swatting is, but swatting is according to the definition of Wikipedia, it's a harassment tactic of deceiving an emergency services via such means as hoaxing an emergency services dispatcher into sending a police an emergency service response team to another person's address. This is triggered by false reporting of a serious law enforcement emergency, such as a bomb threat, murder, hostage situation, or alleged incident. The term derives from the law enforcement unit SWAT, Special Weapons and Tactics, a specialized type of police unit in the United States and many other countries carrying military-style equipment such as door-breaching weapons, submachine guns, and automatic rifles. A threat may result in the evacuation of schools and businesses. Swatting is described as terrorism due to its potential to cause disruption, wasting resources and time of emergencies. It causes money and tax dollars to be wasted by the city and county with when responding to a false report in the serious law enforcement agencies. Now, it baffles me that this is a thing. And apparently, yeah, there have been, unfortunately, yeah, uh, okay, so apparently there have been incidents of swatting where people have actually gotten hurt. But there you go, just recently updated. 2007 Wichita, Kansas swatting. And what bums me the most is that if you do a search on the internet for swatting, you'll see that this thing is just going all the way back to 2013. And to me, I am absolutely, look at this. Teen pleads guilty for 23 charges of swatting. 23. And this is incredible. This is absolutely unbelievable. And that's what bothers me the most about this whole thing. Most people, they they get that's the problem that I have with swatting. It's played off as a practical joke, or it's played off as something like we're just gonna troll this guy, or we're going to, I don't know, this guy is more popular than I am, or this guy slammed me on a post. I don't like him. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send a SWAT team to his house, knock his door down, and force his viewers to watch. See, I've got the power now. Except that you're doing it with people that can shoot and kill you. I mean, we're already talking about people who are itching with trigger fingers to shoot something, and now they have. And now someone's dead because of swatting. And it is unfortunate, it is sad, and I do hope that the law comes down on this guy because this guy is I mean, he's pure scum. And the big problem, that this is the worst part about swatting, and overall, this is the hugest, biggest issue with it. When people do this swatting, they don't see it as a big deal. They really don't. They just see it as a practical joke. They see it as a prank. Nothing could possibly happen. The cops will just go there and they'll see that nothing's really wrong, except if they perceive that you're there to harm somebody. I mean, when you get a call and you're being told that you just shot somebody and then you have somebody captive and that you sprinkle gasoline all over the house, they're they're under the perception that they're going to want to hurt other people. That's really what the cops are trying to do. The cops are there to assess the situation and they're there to stop this from getting worse, for the harm to be subsided. They're there to neutralize the situation. And if they go in there with the information that someone has killed people, their mind is that they're going to go to stop this guy from causing any more harm. And also, they there's also this notion that they like to, people on SWAT, they got all this equipment and they never get to use it. So, I mean, obviously, when you get a gun, you want to use it. So at the minute that you see that this thing where you're okay, this act where he's going to shoot at me, of course their first instinct is going to be, I'm going to shoot at them. I'm going to shoot at them. That's my instinct. Unfortunately, that has led to someone getting killed. And unfortunately, that's not acceptable. And that makes people on who do this on a regular basis on Twitch, unfortunately, they have to kind of sort of watch themselves. They have to watch out. I mean, they have to. I even saw this documentary where somebody went and whoops went to even go to talk to the local police forces to tell them, I'm not going to kill or hurt anybody. There's this thing called swatting. Somebody will report that I did this, and they'll SWAT you. And guess what? They don't need you to be on a stream. All they need to know is where you live, and that's it. Have at it. They send them, and that is unfortunate because this is supposed to be an environment full of of unity. And people are here to have fun and watch people play video games and talk about video games. So unfortunately, this didn't happen in 2018, but it is being talked about in 2018. So this is the end of a year. This is at the end of the year of last year. So let's hope that this leads to awareness. Unfortunately, my fear is that it'll make SWAT teams kind of second guess when real things are happening. This is sort of like the boy cry wolf. Unfortunately, this is with cops who are trying to protect us. That's their main goal in society, to keep everybody safe. But unfortunately, when you have people who are swatting and are sending these people over to your house to kill you or to hurt you for the lulls, you don't have my sympathy. I'm sorry. You absolutely do not have my sympathy. You are scum, and I hope that this guy goes to jail. And I do hope that young people who are thinking about swatting somebody, that they know that this could land them in jail. That this isn't just a prank, this is a joke. You'll be found out. They will find you and they'll make you pay. So, but that was unfortunately the story. So let's talk a little bit about some stuff from the True Gaming subreddit. Plus, we're gonna go into a couple of the messages here that we discuss here. Actually, let's do that first because I just remembered to do this. I remember I posted on 2017 what were your positives and negatives for gaming in 2017. So I got a couple of responses here. Rack the Undead said that the positives were the strong indie market and reasonable competition in the double A market, especially on PC, and Nintendo offering a bit of competition on the console market again. Very true. Very, very true. The negatives: the proliferation of third-person action RPG games amongst the most and well-regarded games of the year, with little in the way of strong competitors from other genres to or at least offer a bit of variety. A particular letdown was the attention given to Nier Automata, which I see as an awful, pretentious story, repugnant characters, divisive graphic design, and mediocre gameplay, yet regarded as an era defining masterpiece. Loot boxes, microtransactions, and the continued use of de novo in Western AAA games. Now, I could definitely agree with you with loot boxes, microtransactions, and de novo. However, you're actually the first person who has actually I've heard someone say like truly that Nier Automata is kind of a bad game. I haven't played Nier Automata. I definitely want to, and that's definitely Platinum Games is it's kind of like their salvation story, because if you were to think that Platinum Games has been having a great time so far, you'd be kind of wrong, because it's only taken up to Nier Automata to suddenly be like, okay, these guys are back. Now, of course, I haven't played the game, and but I will definitely keep all that in mind. But yeah, I could definitely see where some praise can go to games that aren't worthy, like you know, making games that are definitely like Destiny 2 in your Game of the Year nominations, when you clearly know that Destiny 2 is not as good as many people say it is, and it's got much more of the microtransaction loot box nonsense. And it's not done yet because it's still selling stuff from the Dawning that are more expensive than anything else in the game. So I'm gonna thank you for your response here, and I'll definitely reply to all of these in time. I'm doing the replies here on the Twitch, but I'll reply to them in time here. Okay, so Enemy Gaming Nerd said that the Switch just by this year alone is a top contender both for my favorite console and handheld. Would be shocked if it does become my favorite in both by within the next couple of years. Persona 5 is my favorite game of all time. So not only did I love Persona 5, but I love how it also is also a legit Game of the Year contender. Yakuza 0 being a hit in the West just brings a smile to my face since I played through and imported back in 2015, and it was honestly my favorite game of the generation until Persona 5 and BOTW dethroned it. Uh, Breath of the Wild. Discovering Yoko Taro's games, dear God, Nier Automata was an experience I will never forget. I honestly can't remember the last time a game blew me away the way Nier Automata did just by story alone. Even though I have watched video summaries of the Drakengard series and first Nier, I want to go back and play all of Taro's games. So this is like a complete contrast to what the previous poster said about Nier Automata. So this is actually the first time I heard something about the story. Um, I mean, I would ask you, uh, Rack the Undead about that, but I haven't played the game, so that might get into spoilers. So, but here's the negatives according to Enemy Gamer Nerd: the death of Mass Effect. Hold on, let me. Okay, here we go. I'm wearing my memorial jacket. The death of Mass Effect. Mass Effect 2 was quite possibly my favorite game of last gen and have beaten the trilogy 3 times each. Ah, yeah. But while I thought Andromeda was decent after the credits roll, I had no desire to ever replay, and then EA decided to basically not only kill DLC plans, but at best the franchise is now on hold. Barely even touched my Xbox One since I grow less and less interested in Western AAA games each year, and not to mention the complete lack of exclusives I care for outside of Cuphead and the Halo series. Continuing games, a rise of games as service in the Western AAA, leading to shit like loot boxes. At the rate this shit growing, I think I will just avoid Western AAA games and just stick to my weird Japanese games. The West is definitely getting a bad reputation. These practices are mainly AAA Western games, and honestly, um, I think the Japanese and are definitely they're aware that this is a bad practice. I mean, Nintendo has gotten with stuff, started dabbling in things like a season pass and DLC, but none of it really feels, at least from what I've noticed, to be deceptive DLC. Not really that much. Like, for instance, it doesn't feel like you're getting locked out of your game if you don't get all the DLC, which also, Enemy Gaming Nerd, I would just like to tell you that it's even doubly worse now because now the prices of getting all the DLC for the Mass Effect trilogy is more expensive than the actual trilogy itself now. You know how they sell the trilogy? Well, it's more expensive to get that now. They've raised the price up so that now it costs more. So, and this is just from reported this year. As I said, EA will never change. They are never going to change. They could continue screwing up. It's kind of like a reputation that they want to uphold. Why would you uphold yourself as being the worst company in America? I don't understand that. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Um, as for the Xbox One, I've got an Xbox One as well too, and it was given to me as a gift, and I started playing the Phantom Pain in it. I didn't pay for the Phantom Pain. But unfortunately, you're not wrong. Xbox One, and now with Xbox One X, with the only thing that's good about it is you get the 4K experience. But that's about it. They need more exclusives. They definitely do. They definitely need to get their stuff together because Microsoft, with cancellations from last year, that hurt the console sales, and now there are even less reasons to get one. So, according to Game Boy Kid 93, positives. The sheer amount of great games that came out this year is staggering and beats probably any year for the past 5 years. Japanese games really gained traction this year, stuff like Persona 5 and Nier Automata. The Switch has shown that Nintendo has still got it, and their plans for releases in 2018 show they have no plans of slowing down. So we're getting a theme here. The Switch, Nier Automata, games from the East, Japanese games, Nier Automata, the Switch. Um, Negatives? Only one really, only one really, which would be how outrage culture and modern politics has somehow found a way to infect nearly every outlet. Sorry, I lost myself. I'll start over. Only really one thing with outrage culture and modern politics have somehow found a way to infect nearly every outlet of games criticism, journalism, and discussion out there. I figured there would be some vitriol considering the events in the US last year, but never have I seen so many people slavering over the mere mention of any type of social controversy or offense that may happen. Personally, I have cut out a giant portion of the various sites, podcasts, and YouTubers that I go to for game coverage because some people can't help but bring up some injustice they or others have suffered while holding a piece of plastic and staring at an ever shifting multicolor screen. They may be a tad reductive, and I don't mean to denigrate anyone's experiences with games media on any other type of entertainment on an emotional level, but there is only so many times a person can read Cuphead is racist or Nier Automata is sexist and still be able to take a person's opinion seriously. I pray that this coming year will be the cooling off period after the gigantic release of hatred and anger this year has been. Now, this kind of harkens back, and I have to distance myself from this. Sadly, I do think that the outrage culture is still there. I still like that hit piece that they did about how gamers and the alt-right are more tied up together. Well, that could be further from the truth. Well, yes, the alt-right was caught using Discord, and sometimes they bring those things onto what they're talking about in their gaming channel. To tell you the truth, I do think that people they want to be virtuous. They're naturally good people, and they want to make sure that people stay on the right path. However, there is a difference between offering some constructive criticism and offering to help, and another would be telling you to shut up and accusing you of things like you're sexist, you're racist. That's all stuff that it's not cool with me. Absolutely not cool with me. I don't think that you shut down people's opinions by like throwing insults at them, unwarranted insults, to tell you the truth. And outrage culture, from these people who get outraged about this, you could tell that it's not productive, it's not constructive, it's not helping anybody at all. It's not helping absolutely anybody at all. So, uh, I mean, if games were causing such an uproar for real, someone would do something. But no. I mean, the only outrage that started coming about this was when we were hearing about the loot boxes possibly being classified as gambling. But it took EA to do this. But yeah, Cuphead is racist. How? Never explain. Oh, they explain, but there's no proof. I mean, Nier Automata is sexist. Why is it sexist? Because it's got scantily clad women. Oh, okay. And there's something that I did hear recently is that people are taking these games that are made by Eastern developers by Japanese developers, but they're describing them as they were American-made games as well too. So they're not even criticizing them correctly. So they're completely beyond. They have no idea what they're talking about. But you know what? I respect that you have the right to say these things for people who criticize video games for all sorts of things. But we have the right to correct you. And I do also hope that outrage culture, trigger culture comes down a lot more this year because for all of the outrage and for all of that saber rattling, that's what they call it, none of that has helped or done anything positive in the slightest. So I do hope that we get a break from this. And finally, Godlike Ape. Love your name. Oh, I've never even looked at Mario plus Rabbids. I just assume it was some kind of party game. I'm not sure why. DOS2 has a steep learning curve and Divinity Original Sin 2 has a steep learning curve and you're not used to turn-based tactical RPGs, which I wasn't. But there is a lot of tutorials that cover most of the mechanics. Admittedly, after a few hours with it, I was getting my butt kicked over and over, so I decided to start again. I'm very glad I did. I'm getting that game then, because I'm not good at those games. But the game is worth the effort, you're telling me. Good. Good, 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 good. um, Things made so much more sense in the second time around. It's been one of my favorite games in a while. I played it before Breath of the Wild. I feel it really nails the freedom of approach that Breath of the Wild went for, but didn't land for me. Perhaps because there are so many more options in Divinity Original Sin that there is in Breath of the Wild. And apparently that's very true. I mean, Divinity Original Sin 2 went for absolute just minimal freedoms imaginable, but that's just because people who designed Divinity Original Sin already have offered you all these sort of things, but they expanded upon it and made it better. Well, Breath of the Wild, the way that Nintendo did this, I think that this is the first time that they really implemented and went deep. They could go deeper if they want to for their next game because now they know. Oh, wait, now we know all these things that people want and they can add into this game and then they could add more experiences for this. And that is a good thing. That's a good thing. Maybe it takes a Divinity Original Sin to get a better game than Breath of the Wild. And Breath of the Wild's been considered to be the game of the year by some people, and it deserves it. But Divinity Original Sin deserves it as well. So I'm happy about that. The thought of Respawn dying is sad. Titanfall 2 was a tremendous single player first person shooter. I wish I played it sooner. My biggest criticism is that it's over far too soon. I'm not a PvP guy, so I have no stake in the multiplayer, but I've heard it's dead, which is a shame. Uh, yeah, another reason, another EA fallback. So I will be responding to all of these comments. Um, Unfortunately, yeah, Respawn selling themselves over to EA. I bet there was some. I mean, let me just put it to you this way: there is no way I believe that Respawn willingly sold themselves over to EA. I think EA did some undercut, underhanded, under the table tactics to get them, and that would not surprise me because EA are a bunch of scummy assholes. And they will continue to take what you own and bury you. And unfortunately, that is what is going on here. So thank you all for your responses. And I will be making a post again talking about the swatting. I'll do it today. I'll make it. I'll post it on Reddit today, so you guys can you know, respond. So, but if you guys have anything that you guys want to discuss, uh, I'm gonna just there's the actual link at the very top. You can go to True Gaming, our True Gaming, and wait a minute. Oh, there are more responses. Okay, but I can't go through those right now. But okay, there's one more response. I think. Oh no, wait, this is Rack the Undead. I'm sorry. So you guys could join in on the discussion here. Join our True Gaming. It's truly wonderful. So we're gonna jump into another one here. It says, "Game of the Year DLC collections ruined the experience." This is from Space Masters. 138 comments with 283 upvotes. So let's read it. Game of the Year DLC collections ruined the experience. I realize I may be late to this party, but I recently picked up the complete Shadow of Mordor and Dishonored DLC collections, which include all content you could get when you pre-order the game from various stores. There are typically just a few bonus items. Maybe one or two of these bonus DLCs wouldn't be so bad, but when you have them, it spoil any sense of gear-based progression in the early game, or in Shadow of Mordor's case, the whole game. Shadow of Mordor has a rune system which allows you to equip the rune for each weapon that gives you some kind of bonus. These runes drop from enemies, but also there are quests that give you more powerful runes. Completing all of these quests give you a pretty powerful rune for each weapon that includes a capstone ability. You know what you get from Shadow of Mordor's pre-order DLC? Runes. Powerful runes, and even the capstone ability runes that you get from completing all the quests. The effects are twofold. First of all, it makes almost every single early rune you get from enemy drops inferior to the ones you start with, ruining any sense of excitement from getting a rune. Second, there is no point of completing those quests because you already have the ultimate reward: pay to win. This is pay to win. Pre-order the game, you won the game. This is pay to win. I've only just started Dishonored, but this magic guy says there will be 3 bone shard slots, implying that the choice of which would equip would be meaningful. But instead, I have 7 and 12 free shards to start with that come from DLC. I can only assume that they will be better than just about everything I will find in the early game. These pre-order DLCs only make the game worse. I can understand the need to make them powerful enough to encourage a pre-order, but the devs still have to make the game assuming the player won't have them. The obvious solution is to not play with the DLC enabled or skip the overpowered bonuses items, but this is not always possible to do, and I won't always know what part of the DLC. Here's another solution: don't pre order the game, as well as do not pre order the game. You know why they do these? You got it right when you said it. It does it so that it encourages the justification of your pre-order. It makes the pre-order seem more lucrative. Unfortunately, it breaks the game because it's now pay to win. It's now pay to win because you paid extra money to get buffs that will make the early progression of the game easier, eliminating the tension of getting used to the game. It completely gets rid of all of that. Completely. Why are you worried about dying when you've got things that will literally keep you from dying? At first, it feels like you've got overpowering everybody, but it makes no difference. It makes no sense. Stop doing this, or better yet, pay with your wallet. But yes, Game of the Year DLC collections definitely do ruin this because unfortunately, when you don't pre-order the game and you buy the end of the year, you get all that DLC, and now you're still OP anyway. So maybe the solution would be don't get the Game of the Year edition. But unfortunately, if you get the Game of the Year edition, then you still are left out from all that expansion content that you might want to do. So really, what I would prefer more than anything is for game developers to stop doing this crap. and just include everything in your game. They won't do it, but anyway. Let me go through. We're gonna maybe jump ahead a little bit, but here's another thing that I found, and it's pretty long to read. So I'll make my discussion about this short. So we'll focus on just reading. This is a article that says what schools should learn from Super Meat Boy, and this is submitted by Tracy Woodgrains. So I'm going to read it and then we'll discuss it a little bit. It says, do you know one reason I've always loved platforming games? It starts from the first few uncomfortable hops. You'll jump around, trying to orient yourself, get a feel for the graphics, for the physics. If you're lucky, you'll get a few safe levels where you can get to the end without real danger. Sooner or later, though, you miss a jump, fall, flailing into the ground, or into spikes, or into a bottomless pit. A few moments later, you're up and trying again. You can try as many times as you want, but ultimately, one thing is clear. If you want to get further, you're going to need to get better. There's no way around it. No level grinding or consumables or difficulty select to push you past a dangerous pit. Often, you have no more to work with by the end of the game than you do at the beginning. Every time you fall short, you know it's your fault. A platforming game done right will guide you from clunky, careless movement slowly and smoothly towards mastery of the system. Super Meat Boy is one of my favorite examples of this. You start out with a minimalistic tutorial, hopping through a few simple obstacles, and end up flying through long boss-filled labyrinths that require near-perfect execution. At their core, Super Meat Boy and platformers like it are games about learning. These games demand execution. They coach you until you have to rise to their challenges. You could argue that the skills that teach aren't particularly transferable, but not terribly important. What's important is that they teach those skills really, really well. My aim here is to start a discussion on why they teach so well and what schools can learn from them. Why? Honestly, I feel that the common education model in schools is fundamentally broken, and games like Super Meat Boy are a step on figuring out why. The most important point where Super Meat Boy succeeds and schools fail is the flow of the game. If you don't die on a level, it takes a seconds to beat. You move on wasting almost no time, pausing along only long enough to watch a satisfying cascade of every failure. It's only when you're stuck at something when you need to be a bit more time, those seconds stretch out into minutes and hours and working out the details. You really only progress. That means that even the easy parts are fun. You do well, you're rewarded with quick progress, pushing you towards the next point of challenges. Every player is consistently being pushed to achieve more and more. There's never a point where you sit back and say, okay, I guess I've learned all what I'm supposed to learn. Schools, in contrast, are built in a monolithic model. Every lesson is taught at the pace of the class. If a student masters a topic quickly, they are rewarded with a chance to sit there bored, watching 30 other students work through the material. And if they need more time, the teacher can only hold back so long before pushing the class ahead. Imagine if on every level of Super Meat Boy you were paired with a dozen other players, and the game allowed everyone to progress only when six had won. Half the players would get to sit around watching the end cutscene again and again. The other half would find themselves rushed from level to level before they have a firm grasp, falling further and further behind. Let's go back to the end level screen. This is one of the most brilliant examples of one I know game design that I know of game design. It removes the sting from every failure, increasing anticipation each time for the final moment of watching 100 doomed Meat Boys falling into a dozen death traps, getting further and further along with only finally pulling through the end. What's more, it encourages the player not to quit before completing a level. If you stop and exit the game, you've lost your chance to see it. Failure is expected in Super Meat Boy. It costs a fraction of a second to reset and nothing more. Each success is built on a pile of mistakes and carries the reminders of growth. Back to schools. Often, even missed questions on homework are penalized. A failed quiz early on can mean a lost opportunity for an A through the entire semester. A failed test at the end can have disastrous consequences. Each small failure leaves a permanent scar, and students learn to dread it and avoid it at all costs. There's no joyful cascade at the end reminding a student how far they've come, as is it's as if someone is standing behind them as they go through levels with a pencil and clipboard, humming at every missed jump. One final quick lesson. The branching paths and collectibles. Super Meat Boy is full of hidden levels, 100 badges, and acting as optional additions, and a reimagined version of every level adding additional challenges. So you could just rush through the base game and move on, but if any player is hungry for more or gets stuck in one path and wants to try something else, they have plenty of options as well as chances to practice old skills in new contexts. In most cases, classes, not only are students progressing at a safe pace, they're on a set path. There is no room or time to revisit old skills and little chance to branch out and progress through the course of a different direction. If something is on that course isn't working for whatever reason, the student is told to suck it up and get through it. Now, the bottom line is this. If school were a game, nobody would play it. It violates basic principles of game design, expecting students to stay engaged and motivated while dragging them along. So I guess the TLDR is schools should take a lesson from platformers, and it's very interesting. It's kind of interesting because if game design kind of sort of teaches the sort of lessons from successes and failures, which is really cool. Unfortunately, schools don't really, they have a curriculum, they're cheap, they have to stay a course. So if you guys got an opinion about what schools should learn from Super Meat Boy, you could come here to this link up here at True Gaming at the Archer Rating blog here and let us know and let me know what you guys think here at the comments or in the chat. It's an interesting read. Sorry, it's just a long read, but you know, you could definitely learn. There are a couple of things that video games can definitely teach you well, and schools can definitely take those lessons. So, the last thing I'm going to share from Reddit is this. Now, I saw this on the main subreddit page in the game, and apparently, this is a poster of a Slender Man movie. Now, I don't know if this is legit or not, but I mean, I say I see a Scream Gems logo at the bottom. Uh, I mean, I think that this movie is in production. The only thing that I've seen the Slender Man related was the documentary about the girls that were ordered by the Slender Man to kill somebody, which is kind of messed up. So I do admit that this poster is really cool. It's like a piece of glass, and this is simulating the arms. I mean, this is really cool. I mean, if they make a movie about the Slender Man, I hope that they make it original, and then or they just what I think will they'll do is that they'll probably just take every horror cliche that they've done so far, and then they'll just put the Slender Man there. So we'll see what happens. But on that point, we're going to talk a little bit about what's coming up in gaming in 2018. So we're going by GamerRanx. So GamerRanx has the top upcoming PC video games in 2018. So a bunch of these, already the first one, System Shock, done by Night Dive Studios, which Night Dive has done a great job with making games like the Turok games I'm playing are ports done by Night Dive. So they it's very good. But it's basically what I think what they're doing is unlike the other games which are ports and they've just added things to it, they're actually remaking this game with the Unreal Engine. So I can't wait. I'm definitely getting this game. And called Project Phoenix, Dual Universe, Beyond Good and Evil 2. This is one where I am not really at all that excited about anymore. They've been teasing a sequel for this forever, and apparently the sequel doesn't even have the characters you playing as the main characters either. So, but I mean, I liked Beyond Good and Evil enough that could lead me to like this game. Bloodstain, Ritual of the Night, Koji Igarashi, the man behind he's a former producer of Castlevania. He was part of Symphony of the Night, and this is Bloodstained. This was a kickstarted game, and now it's getting released this year. I'm very looking forward to that one. Metro, more Metro, definitely like that. I like the Metro games. I don't love the Metro games, but the Metro games are coming out. As well as Darksiders. I just started playing Darksiders again, and I was already getting promoted with this promotions where you get to play as Fury, which is pretty cool. It's played by a chick, which is really awesome too. And of course, we got Psychonauts 2, which Tim Schafer, or as GamerRanks call him, Time Schafer. Man, you were almost close. All you had to do was take an E out. But Tim Schafer has kind of grown sour on me. Shenmue 3. I'm not playing any of the Shenmue games, so. But if you're excited about it, that's cool. Uh, Anthem. That's what I think about Anthem. That's what I think of EA. That's what I think about Anthem and its precious 10-year plan. Anthem can go screw itself. State of Decay 2, it's pretty exciting. I've heard that State of Decay 1 was very cool, so I'm looking forward to that. Crackdown 3, a game that's been just delayed, and now it's coming out this year. Crackdown's never really been one of those things that I play too much, so we'll just have to see if this game is even worth it anymore. This is also one of the only exclusives that Xbox has. A Way Out is the greatest game ever. I do not lie. I'm serious. Bullshit. Fuck the Oscars. Fuck the Oscars. Hey, it's made by Hazelight Studios. These guys made Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. So we'll see. And Sea of Thieves, developed by Rare. You wonder why nobody's buying your Xbox, Microsoft. This is why. It's on the PC as well. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Looking forward to that game. Far Cry 5, I'm sorry. Far Cry 5 looks very good. Monster Hunter World, which comes out this month. Oh, yeah. Ni no Kuni 2 is coming for the PC? Oh, wait. I don't remember if I bought Nino. Oh no, I own Nino Kuni on the PlayStation 3. So if I get Nino Kuni 2, I do need to get. It says it's coming out this month. Holy crap, level 5. Super Meat Boy forever. Holy crap. We just got done. Apparently. Oh wow. This is a sequel. Oh god. So here we go. The next list is the list of the top PlayStation 4 games that are coming out. So Shadow of the Colossus, yay. The Last of Us Part 2. This should be very, very interesting. I did like the Last of Us. I really did love it. I really did like the game. It's not incredible, but it's done right enough that it's one of the best games that it's on this system. Last of Us 2, I mean Naughty Dog, I mean they're gonna kill it, I hope. Just make sure that the story isn't politically leaning. Death Stranding. We've already sat in this and watched that trailer together. So trust me when I tell you, no game is. I don't think anyone is so desperate to find out what a game is about more than Death Stranding. Kingdom Hearts 3, my ass. Yeah. Okay. We'll see about this. I am not. I don't believe this game's coming out this year. My ass believes this game's coming out this year. With them acquiring Fox, they could make an Alien level and an X-Men level. You bet this thing is getting pushed back this year. You watch. Days Gone. This definitely is an impressive looking zombie game. So I'm looking forward to this game. God of War, going back to just removing God of War. Look, SIE Santa Monica, do yourself a favor and rename your game. Call it God of War the second generation, or God of War Junior, or God of War the rise of whatever the name of your kid is. You know, do that. But don't name it God of War. There's already a game called God of War. It's called God of War. Don't confuse your games. And then you got Spider-Man. Okay, so these games alone might actually make me get a PlayStation 4 because you also got Horizon Zero Dawn, Bloodborne, but a Spider-Man game made by Insomniac Games. That alone is very, very exciting. Detroit Become Human, another Quantic Dream game that is I'm looking forward to. Um, of course, Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age is also only on PlayStation 4. And then you got this. Yeah, 2018 question mark for sure. Don't believe this. But I mean, these guys are promising both Final Fantasy remake, the first chapter, and Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't believe you. uh Kingdom Come Deliverance, I don't know much about that. And then these are all games that are coming out on different consoles. And then you got Red Dead, which it's coming out not on PC. Fuck you, Rockstar. Anthem can go screw itself. So let's go to 3DS. It's a shorter list. Kirby Battle Royale. It's an action fighting game from Kirby. Okay. Radiant Historia Perfect Chronology. I heard that this was a pretty cool RPG. Apparently, it's a remake of an original game, which is apparently supposed to, it seems pretty cool. I'll have to look into this here. This is made by Atlas. Oh wait, this is game made by by Atlas as well. I guessed it by accident. But Shin Megami Tensei, Strange Journey Redux, Shin Megami Tensei. The 3DS has just become Shin Megami Tensei Land, really. Uh, the the Alliance Alive, uh, Atlas again, man, and Dragon Age, yeah, Dragon Age, Dragon Quest, pretty cool, and not so incredible, but coming Xbox One, yeah, Crackdown on the PC. Sea of Thieves on the PC, State of Decay on the PC, The Last Night on the PC, Monster Hunter World on the PC, on the PC, on the PC, on the PC, on the not on the PC, but it's on PlayStation 4, not a console exclusive. On the PC, on the PC, but fuck you again, on the PC. You see that? That list was depressing. That's why Xbox's sales are going to go down because all of that you can get on the PC or on another console. No console exclusives. Say goodbye to the Xbox. Nintendo Switch games. This should be interesting. Attack on Titan 2. I didn't even realize Attack on Titan 1 came out on the Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. This ought to be very, very interesting. This game I'm looking forward to a lot. I really, really love. I want to see how Ruby Rose and all the people from the Ruby series plays with Persona 4 and the Blaze Blue characters. This is gonna be so awesome, along with Under Night in Birth characters. Bloodstain, perfect for the Switch. Very good. Also on PC. So Kirby Star Allies. Obviously, you need a Kirby game for the Nintendo Switch. So there you go. Project Octopath Traveler. That seemed pretty interesting. Uh, Runner 3. I don't know what that is. Super Meat Boy. Perfect for the Switch. Travis Strikes Again. No More Heroes. For the Switch. If you've never played No More Heroes, Grasshopper and Suda51's game, do yourself a favor and play those games. Ah, a Yoshi game. Yay! So we got great stuff coming up. Okay, horror games coming out in 2018. Days Gone is a zombie related game, so State of Decay, System Shock, We Happy Few finally gets a full blown release. This one I'm looking forward to. I I don't know what's going to happen with the price, but We Happy Few definitely has that it has that uh BioShocky feel to it. This dystopian world is it looks very weird. So we'll have to see. Scorn. I've heard good stuff about Scorn. Very, very awesome. I heard about it. I've heard of Moons of Darkness. I've not heard of Hunt either. But okay, so it's developed by Crytek, but it's published by Crytek. I think you meant Crytek on that one. And the top first-person shooters of 2018. Will we get some good FPSs this year? Well, oh, Overkill's The Walking Dead. Really? Ooh, okay. Hmm. Wait a minute. Oh, there's a VR version of the game. Oh, I thought this game was all VR. I'm like, come on, guys. Far Cry 5. Definitely excited. Metro, System Shock, Battalion. Oh, 1944. Nice. Uh, the games are GameRanx. You put the new Colossus. Um, oh, if you mean for the Switch, yes, we know it's already out. But the game is launching for the Switch this year. Okay, okay. Well then, why don't you just put the Switch alone? Jeez, make confusion, make matters more confusing. So anyway, that's it. Uh, that's gonna be all for today. If you guys got any opinions, any comments about anything, you guys have any games that you're looking forward to, post them down below here. And as always, I just want to thank those that joined in. And wait a minute, I just realized something. Oh no! Oh my God! You know what I just realized? I had the chat all down. Oh my God! The chat is hidden all this time. Who's been posting? Nick! Nick! I just realized you were on. I was looking at the chat, but the chat was hidden. I just realized. Damn it! I'm not gonna pop up the chat anymore. I'm just gonna because I had the dashboard, so I'm just gonna show the chat. There you go. Thank you for joining me. Oh, thank you for joining me, Nick. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Let me go back. Let me see. Uh, I think it's legit. Metro, I know you're excited about that. I know you don't want Anthem. Uh, Vampire, I gotta look into Vampire because if it's on your playlist, I want to see if it's good or not. Uh, Made from the same dudes that made Life is Strange. Ooh, Kingdom Come Deliverance. You know what? Kingdom Come Deliverance. Hold on. Where's Kingdom Come Deliverance? I found it somewhere here. Hold on. Oh, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Um, okay, let's find Kingdom Come Deliverance. No, Kingdom Come Deliverance is coming for PC. Spawner! What's going on, Spawner? I just realized the chat was down, so your friend, he probably thought I was ignoring him. So I'm sorry. What's up, Spawner? Super happy. Next time I won't pop up the chat. You know what the problem is? The problem is that that when I click on the dashboard or when I click on somewhere else, the chat minimizes. Yeah. Yeah. Do it more? Okay. I'll do it for you, Spawner. And what else? I'm catching up. I wish I could play The Last of Us on PC. Uh, the bot displays. Hmm. I'm getting my friend to set up bots for me, so I'll soon know what those bots are. Um, Days Gone. Oh my God, no. I really don't like. I know. I'm not getting follower alerts either. Those will get filled up. But I do follow. I do mention the thank you for the followers. So not getting any alerts. Crap. I think that by the end of this week, my friend Matt will have those ready for me. So there is that. A new Dragon Age would be nice. uh, God damn, I still remember the first two Kirby games on that. Oh yeah, the original Game Boy, boy. Scorn. We Happy Few. I'm looking forward to that one as well too. I haven't seen Overkill's The Walking Dead trailer yet. Fucking Wolfenstein. Wish Germany didn't fuck up with all their censorship. Hmm. Yeah, and I also heard Wolfenstein's story wasn't that good either. So it's it kind of just got ruined. Uh, what did you say about God at War before? Heard it from Necros speakers. Yeah. Oh, I was saying that that the game that God of War uh is named God of War. Like they named God of War God of War. And I was saying that that's incredibly frustratingly confusing for no reason whatsoever because you already have a game that's called God of War. Just name it God of War dot dot dot. Other just differentiate it because the thing is that I have it somewhere. Hold on. I have the God of War collection somewhere here. Uh, Never mind. I don't think I have it. But bottom line is that you know It's like movies. It's like movies. There are like 5 movies into a series, and then they all the way to go back and they just name it. It's like it's like going from Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, Alien Covenant, and then all of a sudden, a couple of years later, they make a movie and they just call it Alien or Doom. It's like Doom. It's like Doom 2, Doom 3, Doom, blah blah blah, and now Doom. Because the thing is, that kind of makes sense because it's Doom. I mean, I get it. It's Doom and it's being remade again. But honestly, it's still just going all the way back. So with someone who's never played Doom, they're just gonna go, "Oh, we'll just get you Doom," and all of a sudden they get like the old Doom collection. I was like, "No, Grandma, no, I wanted Doom, the new Doom. There's a new Doom, but it says it was made this time before." What they do? What do you have to say about Prey then, the new one? You have to say new or old. See, that one. I would say that one is excusable because Prey hadn't been so mentioned, and Prey, I don't know, Prey started out pretty well, and then Prey went away, and then all of a sudden, yeah, and they're totally different. I think that in this case, Prey is different enough now that you could just basically take Prey, but sorry, but your comment is invalid because Old Doom isn't in the store for centuries. For centuries. But we're talking about digital stores. When you go to Steam, you'll find all the Dooms there, and you'll see Doom and Doom, and they're both named. It doesn't say Doom 2016. It says Doom and then Doom. Actually, actually kind of curious about that. So let's do a search. We'll search Doom. And let's see what happens. Okay. So okay. So I stand corrected. Because it says okay, so it says Doom and then Final Doom in Doom 2 and Ultimate Doom and okay. Okay, so I stand corrected. Spawner's corrected me. But I'm talking about like now we ourselves are smart enough to figure out that this is not the Doom. We know which Doom it is. But some people don't bother to do the research. Yeah, their dates, their old picks. Um, However, the old picks they could probably just go, oh, they'll just probably assume that you wanted to play the old Doom game. Yeah. So I guess we just have to there is a it's a nitpick. If anything, it's just a nitpick really. It's not a damaging one. It's not really that you know what? It's a nitpick. But yeah, there is Final Doom. So that was all. I wish you man, I wish I had I don't know when you guys came in, but I might as well I'm about ready to end the stream, but I was talking earlier about this, about some guy actually getting killed because of somebody who swatted somebody. I didn't think anybody was on. Oh, like 10 minutes ago? 10 minutes ago. So yeah, it was like yeah, 10 minutes ago. Oh my God, I'm such a terrible streamer, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so I'll get over it. Okay. Yeah, that is I am pretty much came here when you started the 2000. Yeah. Yeah, the swatting yeah, this is the thing. Is like when you stream, it's a thing you learn to do little by little. Yeah, I know I'm missing this. They're not sunglasses. They're not sunglasses. They're eyeglasses. Sunglasses protect you from the sun. These improve your vision. See, there you go. Now I'm pleasing you. You happy now? You happy? What do you mean the emoji? Oh. Oh, you mean the You know what? I'm uh Thank you. Thank you. These are gunners. I'm supposed to wear these when I'm doing a stream to enjoy to watch this. So anyway, um yeah. Yeah, I wish I could stream more. Woke. Oh my god. Um Actually, before I let you guys go, there's a really funny story about there's this when I was doing my placement matches for for Overwatch. Um there was this guy who was I don't know if you guys watched it or not, but there's this on my past broadcasts, you could go watch my Overwatch placement matches and you could hear this guy who was huh who was just talking crystal skulls, about the government and surging it, do yourself a favor. You and Spawner, I think it's I've did 4 placement matches, and I think it's either I think it's the second one. I think it's the second one. Listen to the entire conversation that guy says. In fact, I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you the timetables. Hold on. I'm gonna go to the past broadcasts, and I'm going to okay, I think it's okay. It's not this one. It's I think it's this one. Hold on. I don't have you on chat anymore. Hold on. Okay. So this is the city that's by the river. Sorry. Let me go back to the dashboard. Let me go back to the dashboard. Okay, hold on. I'm not seeing anything you guys are chatting. Sorry. Let me go back. Let me go back. Hold on. I'm going to I think it's the first video, the 4-hour 55-minute one. And let's see. It is around.
Right. Let's take a look.
Okay, so around the 3-hour and 40. Around the 3-hour and 40 mark, that's when I start doing. I can see the chat now. So. Okay, so it's around. Okay, I'm gonna drag the window over here. Hold on. Give me one quick second. I'm gonna drag it over here. And okay, so this is around the 340 mark, and I'm just gonna hold on. Just gonna play here. Play. Actually, you know what? Let me put some music. Okay, so this is the first game. Okay. Okay, I found it. Okay, I found it. Okay, hold on. No, hold on.
Or that there's.
Okay.
You don't know nothing about that, huh?
Okay, here we go.
He was on it.
Oh wait, hold on.
Got her. We got it.
There's GG.
Good job. Okay, hold on. I'm almost there.
This is pretty cool.
I'm almost there.
Bang coming at you. It's the
What up?
motherfucking Big Bang.
Okay.
What's going down? Of them. And that's kind of what the Indiana Jones movie was about. And
Listen
but
up.
the thing is, their origin, they don't know like where the hell they really came from, because like archaeologists
Rap!
discovered them like doing archaeology around Mayan, Aztec, you know, ancient sites and shit.
Okay.
The most recent and famous one was the what was her name was the Crystal Hedgens Mayan crystal skull.
Okay, so around 4 minutes and 4 hours and okay, Spawner, you don't have to like Overwatch, but I'll tell you, around 4 hours. Actually, I think I'm just gonna do you the favor here. I'm going to copy the video URL and I'm just going to post this here. Okay. You don't have to appreciate the game. I actually really like Overwatch, but that saves you enough time. Okay. I don't want you to focus on the gameplay. I don't want you to focus on the sound effects. I want you to focus on everything that this guy, the only person that's talking on the entire stream besides me once in a while, listen to everything. Throughout my entire chat, I was just getting hashtag woke, hashtag stay woke. That was all I was getting. It was quite incredible. The only reason I didn't make a clip out of it was because this dude didn't sound like a bad guy. I didn't want to do that, but I just want you to listen and stay woke. That was very fascinating. That was quite awesome. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all both go. If you guys both stream, I'm gonna catch y'all. I'll probably be on break at my job. So, but today I work. So, but anyway, tonight I will be I'll stream some more Turok. And I'm advancing a bit further. So tonight I'll stream a little bit more Turok. Yeah, I'm doing some stuff. Turok 2 Seeds of Evil. I'm in the 3rd level, and I'm advancing through that game pretty well. So I mean, I'm really liking it. I love that game. I loved it when I played it on the N64. So, and hopefully if I'm lucky, I'll probably beat it by this weekend. Depends on how well I'm progressing through the levels. So, guys, I hate to go. I hate to go. So I'm just gonna post this sad face, sad face, and I'm gonna get myself ready to go to work in a few moments. Sorry, dude. Sorry, Spawner. But I'll catch you guys later. I'll see you later, casually. So, thank you. Thank you, Spawner. And thank you. I like doing this. I like doing this. Let me go back for a second. I like doing these. I want to do these at least twice a week. Like I'll do them like I do them on Wednesday, or I'll do them I want to get into the habit of doing both streaming and talking about games. I hope that with enough people who come in, they'll want to hang around and watch these. So if you guys watch the last one, I'm gonna try to see if I could use the upload option that's in beta to upload the other ones that I've been doing on Facebook, which is more around the same of what I'm doing here. But I like this more. I like this more because we're all gamers. Generally, everyone on Twitch is a gamer, more or less. Um, unless you're a cam whore or you're an artist or you're a musician or you're Bob Ross, that your spirit is being transmitted through Twitch, or you're Yu-Gi-Oh. That's all. I really do have to go, guys. But thank you guys for being here. No, I'm not gonna be right back. There, I'm leaving. eh, yeah, yeah. Like, I'm talking about like the girls who like they twerk on camera. I'm talking about the ones that's kind of like unfair. I can't twerk, and if I twerk, it's very ugly. You don't want to see it. Give you nightmares. But anyway, thank you guys. I'm very happy that you guys joined. I'm sorry for catching the chat late. I'll keep it on the No. 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 Absolutely not. No. No, no, no. Sorry, Spawner, no. Also, all the music I put, no. Maybe later. Maybe never. Screw that, guys. Thank you guys for joining me, guys. I'm off. Take it easy, guys. Thank you all for watching. Peace.